carries here. He's going to be just one step away from that first down. They haul him down to the 31.
That's a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Another carry for him. Shoves him off. It's a two-yard touchdown. The Giants take a 6-0 lead right away.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end. Zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. So already on their first drive, they're going to burn a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Big strike here to Williams. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that is good for a Detroit first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's go. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, go.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Greg Newsome has it!
That's one of those drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
They'll run here on 1st down. is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
6 yards.
It's a pickup of 26. And it's good for a New York first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
79 Broncos.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Going now on first down. He puts some juice on it deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Yeah, really with the, I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 left. Panther 11. Dragon 6. Ready.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Sack down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 19 Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Count 19. Go.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jordan Stout's headed out to punt it away on 4th. Back deep for the Giants, Tyrone Tracy. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Wings it in at the 12. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. He'll throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. Nice, great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A gain of 26 yards there. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. To throw here on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Gets 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Working on 1st down. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's a pro's throw right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Come on.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
On the 6.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ready. Viking 18. Ready.
There's another for him. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. They'll have some extra time to consider this call. It's going to be 3rd and goal as we hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Giants in control so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants.
18 Cardinal.
Third and long for him here. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Giants take a 20-zip lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Giants stretch their lead to 21.
ATL started on disrespect. I pop your thing like this, cause you ain't winning, it's me. Lil John and the East Side boys with me, and we all like to see Chigo. So bring yourself over here, girl, and let me see you get low. If you want this good, now take it to the floor. But if you want to act, you can keep yourself where you at.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. Starting from the 5. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. We just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
He powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt to that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
He rolls to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
Ready?
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Here we go. Set.
Man in motion out of the slot. Little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Run it down. The sign is up. So run it down. Get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last too long. Don't have but the time and it obvious. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here for it for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the and my homies got rich to it that they said wouldn't work. Bring out the and the it'll load up the place with them cut. I see the bums that be wishing we end in the ditch and the pain to see them ain't hurt. I see the love that we give and the love that we give. Make sure everything come up full circle. We're from nothing to something, got all of us jumping it that we made from the air. We went from running and with nothing to stop it, just beat in the neighborhood, bruh. They ain't the person alive that be matching the vibe, and honestly ain't even fair. They ain't the do with the drive and the vision like I have unless I go look in the mirror, babe. So run it up, the sun is up. To run it down, get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Get it the minute the sun is up. There's no rush to shut it down. Working for it, get your money up. Believe it on God, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Put that on everything that I love. Check. Yeah, on everything that I love. Yeah, ain't nothing that come above. Now we go from angry and mad to happy and glad to find a solution for us. We go from sorry and sad to ready to grab up and get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency, stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have. The things will be lacking, my bruh, so what are we lacking? I could point it out, so much that's around. Better settle down, no point doing that. Or they send the hounds, bite me in the, put me in the ground, turn me into ash, cut to carry down. From those who came up before me, I'm here to change up the story. Find me at work in the morning. Find me with people I'm mourning, man. Cause death is around every corner. When life isn't free for a person, dog, you act like an animal corner. Savage is speaking a language, y'all. You don't understand, you a foreigner. But nobody needs an advantage now. We needed some balance and order. But you know that's never the case. Never a chance that they're changing their ways. It's never a choice that they're giving to you. There will never be justice to face. We sing for the sorrow and dance for the pain. No one to follow, it's just you and me.
face, taking up all of my space. You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face.